All right. The only matchups that I know about, obviously Germany and Paraguay, because I'm staring right at it. South Africa and Canada. Bosnia and Herzegovina against Team USA. Um, I know that South Korea did go, which I predicted that they would, so I feel like a doofus for predicting that. Um, I have no clue who Argentina's playing. Croatia and Portugal are playing each other because we've been circling that one where, if Ghana beat Croatia today, it would have been Ghana against the loser of Colombia and Portugal. So I know they're playing. England, I think, is playing Senegal. Senegal? I could be wrong. Brazil is playing Japan. Other than that, I don't know the bracket. I haven't been looking at it. I've been trying to stay away to not have like predetermined. Nope, nope. I have USA. I have USA in this bracket. Like I've been trying to stay away so I can give an authentic reaction to who's playing who because I haven't known. So without any further ado, Germany and Paraguay. This damn well could be a 7-1 game again, again, because Paraguay lost by a lot to Team USA. Now they did turn it around um, for the remainder of group play, but Germany's ripped out the hearts of a couple teams, and I think Ivory Coast is playing Norway, but I could double check. I don't know. Um, so Germany was down to Ivory Coast, but then they mounted that 1-0 comeback and won 2-1 in extra time. Um, Paraguay, to me, they haven't, and maybe I'm really just going off of the first game, and I need to go watch Australia and Turkey again. I haven't seen enough versus Germany to go, oh yeah, Paraguay's winning this. So I will pick Germany to move on to the round of the Sweet 16. France and Sweden, France. That was the easiest prediction ever. France is, if I were to make a tier list of like who's winning the cup, who can get to the final four, who's a dark horse, and who's not getting past round one, France is up there, 1A, 1B, with Argentina and winning the World Cup. I have been very impressed, and I, through other streams and predictions, have been very torn who to pick in the semifinal between Spain and France. That's how I filled out my bracket, where winner goes and plays Argentina. I've been very torn because I don't know in the history of the World Cup if a team has played in the final for 3 straight times, or B, if we have back to back rematches. Never seen that as far as I can remember since I've been alive. I don't really remember the Netherlands Spain World Cup in 2010 Africa, but I do remember Germany, Argentina, and then so on from there. So I'm a little about, if they could have, but if there is any teams to meet up again in the final, it is France and it is Argentina. Argentina showed me the other day. Um, and this is kind of the thing with the other teams as well, and it shows how loaded France is. Let's look at Portugal's game today against Colombia. Let's just go from the star perspective and have one of the most basic no ball knowledge ever. You take away Ronaldo's ability to score because he was, accounted for in 2 goals against their blowout against Uzbekistan. You take him away, where's the rest of Portugal's team? You took Mbappe away in their final game for France. Oh, Mbele's shown up. Oh, and he had a hat trick. And oh, how fast did he have that hat trick? First half in almost like 35 minutes. So, like this team's loaded. That's all I had to say is they're freaking loaded. So that's why I will pick them over Sweden. And guilty, I haven't actually watched any Sweden games this whole tournament. You got me. You got me. I don't. Is it what Breaking Bad or something? When he's like, you got me. All right, South Africa and Canada. I'm a little torn. Oh, I knew the Netherlands and Morocco were playing each other because I said winner of this is meeting all the way up here against France. Potentially, potentially, we'll get there. South Africa and Canada. I don't like that Canada lost their last game versus South Africa. That's coming off of a win. But truthfully, whoever wins this game, they're gonna get blown out by this other team. Like the Netherlands have put up a good fight, Morocco's put up a good fight. But for kicks and giggles right now, I'm gonna have to stay on the hype train of Canada. I know they're coming off of a loss. We'll do a little bounce back. This one's up for grabs. I don't know. I don't know who would. I mean, maybe or Mill or 1-1. Like, I don't think Canada. I don't think Canada gets a hold on this and beats South Africa like 3-0 or 3-1. This will probably be a close game. So I'll take Canada, and then out of Netherlands and Morocco. Oh, I hate to say this. I want to pick the Netherlands, but there's parts of me, dude. Morocco, that was a tough group. Like they tied with Brazil, and since then they've been building. They had their 2-1 comeback against Haiti. Haiti had them on the ropes in the second half, but then they scored three unanswered, ended up winning 4-2 in that matchup. They beat Scotland, which I don't think Scotland made the round of 32, which is unfortunate. But oh, I'm torn. I'm torn because I don't want to go against Morocco and then Morocco embarrasses me. Either way, I think winner of this ends up right there. So we'll let's come back. Let's come back to this one. Portugal and Crow. Oh my gosh. Holy frick. Hey, remember how I was talking about you take away their star player? I have not been entirely impressed with Portugal. Like their Uzbekistan game and today's game was really good. Today's game was very good, but dominance. I have not seen dominance out of Portugal like how I've seen dominance out of the Netherlands or USA or France or Germany. I have not seen that same kind of dominance out of Portugal. And so, if I'm going to be honest, I'm a little. I don't know. I don't know where I sit with them. I don't know where I sit with them and how far I have them going. Because what's unfortunate is, dude, this matchup alone, this is a huge matchup. So far, other than this matchup's bigger than this matchup. Like this one can kind of be an easy one to pencil in Morocco. You can't pencil Croatia into the next round or Portugal into the next round. Plus, it's like, hey, good job. You won that game. Guess who you get next round? Spain. And then after that, you get the United States. Like, it's wild. It is absolutely freaking wild. But I did talk about momentum, and I said momentum is a hell of a thing. Um, Now, with this, if Croatia goes up 1-0, I don't know if Portugal can come back. Vice versa, if Portugal goes up 1-0, I do think Croatia can come back. Croatia has shown that they can come back. Look at the England game. They were down. They came back. They were down again. They came back. Even it up. Now, that second half was not good. They ended up losing 4-2 because it's like, do I pick the team of because a better team? I think Croatia has a better team, but Portugal has Ronaldo. Portugal has Ronaldo, and here's what's unfortunate is I did not expect Portugal to be right here, so it's really hard for me to. Oh my gosh, damn, give me. I don't. I don't like it. Give me Portugal, and then Spain and Austria. Spain hasn't impressed me either. This could be an upset here, and then we have Austria moving to the next round because if Austria beats Spain, that's huge. That would be a huge upset that nobody would expect. They have Spain in the final. They've penciled Spain and France or Brazil and USA. Another one I saw was Spain and Argentina, but like I predicted that. I had two predictions. I was France Argentina or Spain Argentina or Spain England. That was my if England could get past Argentina prediction. Um, Spain hasn't impressed me. they have not wowed me like other teams have wowed me. If anything, Portugal and Croatia have impressed me more than Spain. Austria, their game against Messi was not impressive. But I'm trying to kind of go off of the Algeria game and their game against Jordan. So I'm going to pick Spain. I do think Spain wins this. Now, would it be a blowout? No, no. I think I'll pick Spain, but I'll pick them close, like 2-1. If this does go to extra innings where we have to have a shoot off, give me Austria, dude. Like there are parts of me that think if Austria can keep this thing close, and we're bleeding into the 70th minute and it's draw or it's like 0-0 or 1-1, if they can keep it close, it to that point it's anybody's game, and Austria has Spain right where they want them, and that's where I think they could, because this matchup has upset written all over it. It has upset written all over it because everybody has predicted Spain to go super far. And how do you think that makes the athletes at Austria feel? Considering that Austria didn't play too bad. I mean, yeah, they got blown out by Argentina, but I mean, they went 1-1-1. Who else went 1-1-1? And I would say this one has more of an upset feel than this one because again, just I don't see Sweden beating France, but I can see Austria beating Spain. I don't know how to explain it, but I can see it. All right, so I'll have Spain moving on to the next round playing. I did pick Portugal. So again, congratulations. You tied with Colombia. You get rewarded to play Croatia. Oh, congratulations. You beat Croatia. Guess what? You are now awarded Spain. Like, this is a gauntlet. USA and Bosnia. I'm going to pick the good old US of A, but I don't. They recently lost to Turkey. We know that. They did not impress me against Australia in the second half, but their Paraguay win, very impressive. I'm going to kind of equate it to the Australia win. I don't think they blow this team out 4-1. I don't think so, but I will pick USA in the next round. Now, Belgium and Senegal. I could throw a monkey wrench in this right now and say Senegal and pick them as an upset. Senegal has impressed me tremendously. We saw what they did to Iraq. They played it close against France. I've said it in my reactionary video. Sound like a broken record. They could have been up 2-0. In the first half, there were a couple of touches that they just missed. Then they were down 3-1. They ended up making it 3-2. Like, they kind of kept the Norway game closer than expected. Belgium has not impressed me. Like, yes, they ended up winning their final game against New Zealand like 5-0. They secured first in their group play, and then their point differential shot up because they were sitting at third at one point, sitting behind Egypt and Iran, but then they jumped all the way up. That is one good game that I've seen out of Belgium. I wish I could see more, and this is why I will be picking Senegal. I picked Belgium as kind of like a dark horse team. We'll see I'm going to ride with Senegal. Just considering what I have seen out of Senegal, I'm going to ride with them. All right, Brazil and Japan. Well, who's playing in this one? No, I'm messing. I don't know. This has upset written all over it too. In the ways of, let me go look up. This is a joke. Okay, don't take it too serious. The best way I can explain Brazil and compare Brazil in football terms or in hockey terms or in basketball terms, Brazil is the Lakers. Brazil is the Dallas Cowboys. Brazil is the Braves. I would say the Braves or the Yankees, or not the Phillies. Not the Phillies. Not the Padres either. The Padres need to be better. Like, Brazil wins still, but Padres don't. I would say the Mets, but no. Astros, you could compare them to the Astros as of late, where Brazil has all these expectations, and they've had a lot of expectations on winning, and being really good, but they haven't. They haven't been able to get over that hump. Um, and you could say the same about Portugal. You could say the same about Argentina until they won it. You could say the same about France. But like the difference that I'm trying to is again with expectations when you compare them to the Lakers or you compare them to the Cowboys is like Brazil has a roster. Like okay, let's use Portugal and Brazil. Let's just go Portugal and Brazil for example. You know Brazil's team is much better and much more loaded, and through the history of the team, there have been a lot more star players that have played in leagues and you know just written their own history versus you look at Portugal's team from a normie's point of view, and it's like all they have is Ronaldo. Like they don't look at other secondary characters and stuff on that team or how good they are in their own professional leagues. You know, whether it's playing for the Euro leagues or playing for Portugal's leagues or anybody, it's just Ronaldo. Ronaldo's the whole team. You know, they don't look at goalkeeping, they don't look at defense. It's just Ronaldo. When you compare both teams and both rosters, the team that genuinely has more talent and more like you know, lining it up with the Warriors. We have a Kevin Durant, we have a Steph Curry, it's Brazil. It's always been Brazil. Portugal has never had a stacked roster. It's always been a one-man band. When you want to look at it from the normie perspective, if we want to get into rosters and dive deep into rosters, we can, but we're not going to do it this stream. Like we have seen Brazil in the gold medal matchups in the Olympics. We've seen Brazil in, you know, semifinals and you know, finals in Copa America. Like we have seen them go the distance and we have seen them always be on the brink. Sometimes they beat the Argentinas and they get over the hump. Sometimes they beat they'll beat Spain but when it comes to the World Cup they haven't been able to get over that hump. And they have had disappointing exits. And so that to me all of this is to say this Japan game is huge because if they beat Japan and then they got Norway right here, I've seen this movie before. I have seen this movie before where the team that should win, the team that has all the accolades, all the, you know, stars, it's Brazil and then oh, here comes our Croatia team that beat you. Here comes our Belgium team that beat you. Here comes the Germany team that beat you 7. I've played these games before. If Japan beats them, dude, they can clock out, man. That's their World Cup too. Because how many times has Japan been successful in soccer? In women's soccer, that's a whole nother story they have. But in the men's, they haven't. They haven't. Your list includes your Uruguay's, your Germany's, your Brazil's, Argentina, Spain one time, England one time, and that is it. Japan, African nations, they're not in there. I'll take Brazil. With that being said, I'll take Brazil 3-0. No, this I did like that Netherlands Japan game. It was good. I could see this one. This one's either going to be like a 1-1 tie where Japan, I don't think Brazil's going to wow everybody and come out hot in the first half. If Vinny Jr., if they can get him going, it's over. If Neymar plays, that'd be cool. I would like to see that. But if Brazil gets up early, it's over. It is over. Now if Japan starts out hot and Brazil has to play from behind, we have not seen Brazil play from behind this whole group play. It was a draw. 0 points against Morocco, and then in their Scotland game and in their Haiti game, it was blowouts. They were over by the first half. So if Japan can keep it close and tight, and we're into the 60th minute, into the 70th minute, if Japan's up 1-0, Japan might have the most clutch, historic win in their franchise in their country's history, because yeah, if Brazil's down 1-0, I don't know I don't if they're down 1-0, I think they could tie it up 1-1 and then we go into a shootout. But if it's 2-0, ooh no, Brazil's not coming back. Japan would then move on. And I would have to kind of change my tone against Japan because yeah, yeah, I would tremendously have to change it because again, I'm kind of I'm softball picking Brazil here. I'll pick Brazil, but I don't expect it to be a blowout. I really don't. If it does turn into a 2-0 lead, 3-0 lead, it's over. I don't know if Japan could come back. Now they kept it close, and the Netherlands game was the Netherlands game, but Brazil to me seems like a better team than the Netherlands, and they should be. It's Brazil, but we will see. Now Ivory Coast and Norway. Um, I'm gonna pick Norway. I really am. I know I'm going with the hot hand. I know Norway just got blown out by France. They did not play their starters. They didn't play their starters, but I'm gonna take Norway, and then we'll have a Brazil Norway matchup here. Mexico and Ecuador. I'm gonna take Mexico. Well, do all three Canada? I don't know if all the host nations move on to the next round, because if I have Canada moving on and USA moving on, then Mexico would lose this. But if I'm gonna be real though, of all the host nations and their opening, the funniest one and the most like poetic, like oh my gosh, it would be USA losing in the first round. That would be like we would be the butt end of every soccer joke for a while because it's Bosnia. We shouldn't, and that's why it would be a joke. If I were to make a soft pick where not all three host countries can move on to the next round, the team that would be eliminated, I'd pick Canada. So let me pick Mexico in this one. Out of England and the Congo, oh, I know the Congo's been playing good. They just came off of their win. England as well. England has impressed me more, and I think if England can start off 1-0 in the first half, this could turn into a blowout. I'll take England like 3-1, something like that. When you look at group play, that group was stacked. Like, respect to Uzbekistan and Colombia and Portugal, but like the Congo against Croatia, the Congo against Ghana, the Congo against England, I don't know. I mean, look at Panama, dude. Panama went a quick 0-3. So, yeah. Yeah, there's parts of me if Congo's where Panama is, their results might be the same. Argentina and Cape Verde. Give me 1-1. Argentina wins it in free kicks. We know the story of Cape Verde. We know why which it sucks. It sucks that they have to be right here. When it's like, why can't they be right here, right here, right here? Like, there are so many other teams at the bottom of this bracket here. Which let me go. Yeah, Ghana's the last one. It's like there are so many other teams and spots they could be in. Nope. You have to go against the defending champs. Like, oh, that blows, dude. That freaking blows. Considering how impressive they have been. They've been impressive. They're the reason why Uruguay isn't even in the knockout round. I want to give Cape Verde a shot and a chance. Let's go 1-1. Let's go 1-1. Give the goal to De Paul, give it to Messi, give it to Martinez, give it to anybody. But then we go into a shootout. Let's do that. But let's have why they win it is because Cape Verde misses one of their kicks instead of Vizina not being able to get a stop. I'll put that on Cape Verde's offense as well, like where they kick it and it's wide or something. So it's not like that's the goalie's fault they lost. No. Or you put Cape Verde, dude, go put Cape Verde where Colombia is. Yeah, they could probably get past Ghana and Switzerland, or like they could be all the way right here waiting for Argentina in the round of 16. But no, they gotta go play. They gotta go play Argentina. That blows. All right. So it looks like Scotland Mm. Looks like they're not in. Okay. Australia and Egypt. I'm good. Australia impressed me in the second half, but Egypt was also number one in their bracket for the majority of it till the final game. Torn on this one. Give me Egypt. Just right now, just off the cuff, give me Egypt. Switzerland and Algeria, give me Switzerland. Um, I'm gonna go with the momentum of them beating Canada 2-1 and taking that group. I think there could be a lot of goals this game. To be honest, it's not gonna matter because kind of the way that I feel about the Netherlands and Morocco, it's not gonna matter because whoever wins this one, they're playing Argentina right here. So let's out of Colombia and Ghana. Oh, Ghana has a better team, but Colombia has more stars. Um, damn. Oh, this is a hell of a matchup. Colombia, Ghana, Brazil, Japan, Portugal, Croatia, Netherlands, Morocco. Those are like the three biggest matchups in the first round. Ghana and Colombia though, let me oh, I gotta sit on this one for a minute. I gotta sit on it for a minute because ultimately they'll play Argentina, and then I think Argentina will get to the quarterfinals. Like let's address the elephant in the room. Yeah, give me Colombia. Round of 32. Okay, Germany against France. Give me France. Then South Africa. No, I picked Canada. Canada against. Oh, I'm gonna. Oh. Give me Morocco. So Canada against Morocco. Give me Morocco. And so then we have Morocco against France. Give me France. So France is all the way here to the quarterfinals. Okay, moving on. All right, Portugal and Spain. Portugal and Spain. I feel like Spain has a better team. Portugal has the star though. Give me Portugal. I I I sound stupid, but give me Portugal. And then out of Senegal and USA, give me Senegal. USA has not made it past the first round. No, past the second round. They've won a first round game, but they have not won a second round game. Give me an upset. Give me Senegal. Now, if USA is, supposed to win and this is tilted for them, let's just, call it what it is. Let's have them go all the way, baby. It's 250. I'm leaning towards history and that approach of even the most stacked and loaded USA teams have not reached the quarterfinals and the Sweet 16 and the Elite Eight and the semifinals. And I think there's a lot of hype around this Team USA, which is granted and very deserving because they do look poised. But like if I'm to compare them to Team USA for basketball or Team USA for hockey, just the talent and the level is so much different. And then Senegal, so Portugal and Senegal in the round of 16, and then from there we will come back to it because I could see Portugal moving on and then playing France. Yikes, I don't like that. But there's parts of me I don't see Senegal getting that far. Like I see Senegal getting far by like messing a couple things up. Where it's like France or Germany is sitting up there being like, we expected and we were waiting for Team USA or we were waiting for Spain, and it's like, nope, we beat them. So right here we're chilling with Morocco, France, and then I did pick France, and then right here we're chilling with Portugal, Senegal, but I'll come back to it. Right here with Brazil and Norway. I'm gonna take Norway. Just off the rip, I'm gonna take Norway. And then I have Mexico and England. I'll take England. And then I have England and Norway. I'll take England. All right. And then we already talked about Argentina and then Colombia, Argentina and England. Oh my gosh. Out of Argentina and England, I got to go with Argentina. And then there's no way Senegal. Senegal and France. And then France. And then we have France and Argentina again. Out of Senegal and Portugal, I'll take Portugal, and then I'll have Portugal and France. Portugal, France, England, Argentina. Shit. Dude, that was literally my 2022 prediction, where I said, let's settle the debate on who's the GOAT. We'll have Portugal and Argentina in the final. Well, how'd that go? Portugal, England. England will probably win third place. For those who are confused, I had Germany, France, and then Senegal, Portugal, Portugal, um, Norway, England, and then Argentina, Colombia, Argentina. So then Argentina and England, and then Portugal and France. Oh my gosh, I don't know. Dude, I am so torn. Shit, I don't care. Let's take Portugal. I'll take Portugal and Argentina in the final. I don't care. I don't care. And then Argentina going back to back. Or, well, that could shift the narrative too on who's the GOAT if Portugal beats Argentina in the final. Which that was funny too, where people were like, because they thought Portugal was going to be number one in their bracket, where it's like they didn't get number one, they were number two. It's like, no, they're not going to play in the Sweet 16, and it's like, uh, no, even better, they can now be slated to go play in the final, which that would feed generations. That would feed generations and just be one of those. Hey, do you remember where you were when? Forget how good Messi is. Forget how stacked France is and Argentina and how good they are. Ethical hoops. If we want to kind of compare this to basketball or football, who in out of this bracket besides Colombia and then England, but we're literally in the quarterfinal before England, who made Argentina better versus Portugal, who had to go through Croatia, then Spain, then Senegal, and then France? So when you compare, it's like you went team for team for team for team for team for team, band for band for band, like boom, 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 all the way there versus Argentina, where it's like, well, you fell asleep all the way to the semifinals, and then you beat England 2-1, and look, you're in the final. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Might have cost World Cup one last Messi Ronaldo showdown. Uh, oh boy, you don't know yet. You don't know. You don't know the script. You don't know the script yet. These guys are going to meet in the final. It's gonna happen. It's gonna